Profit mindset number 6. I'm cracking the code, not just trying to make money. Now, one of the things that I think we need to do as humans, we need to learn to do habitually, meaning we have to learn about it, we have to understand it, we have to experience it, and we have to practice it, is the idea that anything that our human chimpanzee, the inner human chimp, is driving us to do in the short term, anything that it's compelling us to do in the short term, is probably not good for the long term in the biggest sense. Okay, so whatever it's trying to make us do right now, and we're feeling a compulsive drive to do it, an overwhelming drive that we can't control, it's probably not good for us in the long term. Obviously, if you've been walking across the desert for 2 weeks and you haven't had anything to drink, and you feel compelled to drink some water, okay, you know what, that one's probably good for you long term. But most of the things that we experience in the modern day that we feel compelled to do, like eating junk food, watching the news, checking our email, calling someone up and gossiping, all this stuff that just is kind of like, instant gratification for the human chimp, that stuff's usually not good for us. So what we have to do is we have to steal that time, effort, energy, those mental processing cycles, we have to steal them back, and we have to put them into things that are better in the long term. And the mindset here is that we're not trying to make money. Focusing on making money in business, okay, is not going to actually get you money in the long term. It's a very short-term thing. Now, this is kind of shocking for most people to hear this because, they're saying, well, wait a minute. That's the only reason why I want to start a business is to make money. I need money. If I don't get some money right now, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, and it's going to be kind of game over. So, what are you talking about, Evan? Well, what I'm talking about is that the longer time horizon that you can think in, and the more you can put in effort now that's going to make a difference further out, a few hours out, a few days out, a few weeks out, a few months out, a few years out, a few decades out, the more you can build this capacity to do now to build a better future, the more money you're going to actually make. Now, there's a paradox here. Okay, there's a paradox where if you need money now, you're like, well, I don't need money in 5 years. I need the money now. But what I'm suggesting is that if you don't go to work on the 5-year and the 10-year and the 20-year income, you're going to get there and you're going to be in worse shape than you are now. And so enduring a little short-term pain to set up a much better future, okay, that is a game that I will play all day long. And in fact, the more I learn about this, the more I realize that the real game in life is building a better future. Because, you know what, I intend to live the rest of my life in the future, and all those moments of now that I'll be experiencing, because I'll be going through every one of those moments as a now, it'll be a great continuation, I want them to get better and better and better, not worse and worse and worse. So when you focus right now on all the things that will get you instant gratification, you actually make the future worse. When you focus the moments now on delaying gratification and doing what will set you up for success in the future, that's the mental strategy that has you wake up then in better shape, and you'll be in the now, and you'll be really glad you did it. So in business, what we're trying to do is we're trying to crack the code. And when I say crack the code, what I mean is we're trying to figure out what it is that our customers want, build the product that they want to buy or create the service they want to buy, market it, sell it to them in a way that makes it very attractive to them, and then build a system that does this. Then invest our time, effort, and energy building the system and making the system better and better and better and tuning the engine, and then ultimately creating an asset that throws off profit, that grows, and that has a value in and of itself, that actually becomes a piece of our wealth portfolio. That's the game of cracking the code. When we go out and we just try to sell one more product, or we try to make a little bit more money, or we try to, build our business a little bit, okay, we're not cracking the code. What we're doing is we're trying to make money. When we take the mindset, once I crack the code, and I get an advantage here because I have a niche market, a group of potential prospective customers that I understand better than anyone, and I have a product or service that really meets their needs, that they find very valuable, and I figured out how to communicate to them and sell it to them and market it to them in a way that they really get it, they really understand that this is the thing that meets their needs, and I've built a machine that does this, and now I'm building the machine so it can run independent of me. That's cracking the code, and that's what I hope that you aspire to do with your business. And when you get into business to crack the code and you're trying to figure that out long term, that's what leads to a long-term profitable business, a profitable business that grows and becomes an asset.